So, day one, official day of E3, was a little light for news. Considering there were still 3 press conferences, yeah, not a lot really mind-blowing stuff. There was lots of news, to be sure, but nothing to lose our mind over, or flip out over. So that's why I think I'm going to be doing all 3 of the Nintendo, the Square Enix, and the PC game show in one big massive video for you to enjoy. But I'll make sure to you know, timestamp it and put the you know, in the comments for you, so in case you want to skip around and you don't want to hear about each individual one. But first off was Nintendo, and here's the thing. A lot of people say the directs are stupid, they need to go back to a press conference, and Nintendo's, you know, not hip with the kids. They opened their show with a puppet Reggie, a puppet Miyamoto, and a puppet Sakurai. And it was hilarious and silly. I love the scene where, you know, they go to Puppet Reggie's office and he's just sitting there like bench puppet. He's like, Nintendo 62, Nintendo 63, and he's like, my puppet body is ready. Look, it's chilly, it's cheesy, it's silly, it's stupid, but it was funny and hilarious, and like, God bless Aisha Tyler, but the worst part of that conference was when she was like, hey guys, here's a person in an Assassin's Creed outfit, why don't make a meme of him? I'm not going to give you any material to work with, but I'm sure we could do a meme. Compare that to the Nintendo Direct, where there's so many funny, goofy, silly stuff from it, and it just, there were so many meme-worthy stuff just that organically came out of it. And that was a great way to start off the Direct, which, of course, led into Star Fox, which is being made by Platinum Games, because God knows they don't have enough going on with, you know, Scalebound and all those other stuff they surely have going on. But they're saying how with Star Fox Zero, which is not, it's not a reboot and it's not a remake, but I think it's something to the effect of it's the first game again, which is confusing because first you had Star Fox for the Super NES. Okay. Then you had Star Fox 64, which was a reimagining of the first game, even though it was the sequel. Fine, whatever. Now here's the third reimagining, sequel, reboot, whatever, of the first game. Like, the series is strong enough. We don't need to constantly be rebooting and remaking it. But as it is, it looks like standard Star Fox. You now get the little walking thing from the cancelled Star Fox 2. But overall, it just looked like a solid Star Fox game. There wasn't anything. It was like, whoa! So if you're not a fan of Star Fox, if you haven't enjoyed this game so far, there wasn't much to convince you. But again, it looks solid. I'm sure it's going to be a blast to play. After that, they talked about Donkey Kong and Bowser are going to be Skylanders. Now, again, this is one of those things, it's not mind-blowing, it's not like, holy crap, but just the avenues it opens, all the different stuff we can now do, because the statues are going to have a little switch on the bottom that you can just flip to go from Amiibo to Skylander mode, and all that stuff. So the fact that Nintendo and Activision, the people who make Call of Duty, are talking and are having a collaboration like all that, the fact that it's just opened so many doors that's awesome on its own. It shows Nintendo is being true to their word. They've got the theme parks, they've got the I'm sorry, I'm spacing. The apps and the mobile games and the toys and all this stuff. They're lending it out to more people now, so it looks like Nintendo stop being curmudgeons and allowing other people to share in the awesome wealth and history that comes from the Nintendo properties. But yeah, so again, it's one of those things. The announcement itself, not that impressive, but what it means for the future and the future of Nintendo, that's something we need to keep watch on. After that, they announced Zelda Triforce Heroes. Look, it's just 4 sword adventures, but instead of 4, there's 3 players, with the link to the past, or a link between worlds, sorry, you know, 3D style. Looks cute. You changed costumes to get different powers. And you play as Link, but you can dress as Princess Zelda. I'm sure Fox News is going to pick up on that at some point, or someone, you know, go cross-dressing in the game. How horrible. Children are being warped by this Japanese... What? Look, it's silly, it's goofy, it's a fourth-sword adventure game. So, whatever, it's cute. After that, they talked about the Hyrule Warrior Legends, which is the Hyrule Warrior games for 3DS. And they just briefly mentioned it's not going to be a direct port. It's going to be slightly reworked. And that was evident by the fact that on the bottom screen, you can just tap between the characters. So you can hop all around the battlefield. You don't have to just like run all along from one side. You can hop between, and it allows you to be slightly more strategic when you just mow down thousands upon thousands of enemies. And then... After that, they talked about Metroid Prime Federation Force, which is this weird chibi, cartoony Metroid game where, you know, it's hard to describe. The way I'm telling people is it's basically Four Swords Adventure for Metroid. Like, it's not a main thing. It's just this little side thing where you and friends can team up. 4 players can go online and... you know, just do little missions, and then there's a 3-on-3, like, multiplayer. I think it's, like, Metroid Prime or Spinball or something like that. And people are losing their mind. And here's the thing. Look, I understand it's been 5 years since Metroid Other M. A long time since Metroid Prime. So we haven't really gotten a pure next-gen Metroid game. But this is still fine. It's still decent. Again, I'm not going to complain about Triforce Heroes saying, where's Zelda, where Wii U, where's Majora Mask 4? I want a real Zelda. Like, look, those are 2 totally separate things. Same with Metroid Prime Federation Force. It's just a goofy, silly thing, which, honestly, I kind of want to try. It looks fun. It looks silly. It looks like a Metroid game on your 3DS you can play on the go. You know, is it a big, expansive, next-gen Metroid game? No. But does it have the potential to be fun? Maybe. After that, they briefly talked about Fire Emblem. It's called Fire Emblem Fate in America. They didn't reveal if they're going to be doing, like, the 2 version things like they are in Japan. They didn't really do much. It's coming next year. Also coming next year is Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei, which, in my notes, I actually had to scrub out about 5 or 6 times, because the trailer was all in Japanese, and they didn't have an actual English title card, so it was just Japanese characters, and the only English ones were FE, so people thought, is this a new game? What's going on? Look, it's Fire Emblem. They not talk about it. The only thing of note is that it is coming to the Wii U, so it's not going to be a portable game. It's going to be a full-fledged console game. Coming next year. So I do, again, a lot of people are complaining about the mixture of the 2 franchises. Again, knowing nothing, it seems intriguing to me that you have this high school story, you know, mode where you're just playing average Joes, and then they go into some virtual or some computer world, and that's where you play as the Fire Emblem characters, which, again, how are you going to combine modern day Tokyo, Japan, with, like, this ancient feudal... That's really the only way you can pull it off. So, we'll see more. We'll hear more throughout the next year. After that, Xenoblade Chronicle got a release date for September 4th of this year. Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer is coming September 25th. And then after that, they also announced Animal Crossing Festival, which is just a Mario Party ripoff, which I'm not picking on Animal Crossing. I love it. I've played New Leaf. It's a fun game. First off, why are you doing a ripoff to Mario Party? The last one I heard was not good with the train and you're all moving at the same pace. Second off, of all the properties you were gonna do a Mario ripoff, Animal Crossing, really? Like, it was funny because in the trailer they had, like, KK Slider, Tom Nook, and Isabella, and then 2 other people who, again, New Leaf was the first Animal Crossing game I've played, but it's like, clearly they don't have that many recognizable or like memorable characters if they're using Isabella from the last game, unless she's truly that popular. And also, just quick side tangent, is this the year of the Animal Crossing? Because there was the Mario Kart 8 tracks, and now there's Happy Home Designer and Amiibo Festival. So it's kind of weird. They're doing like year of Animal Crossing without an actual Animal Crossing game. But I digress. Let's see what else. Yoshi Woolly World is coming October 16th this year. In North America. Everywhere else it's late June, early July. North America, October. Don't know why, but there you go. Yokai Watch. Nintendo is indeed bringing it to America. They're translating it, localizing it. I don't know how that's gonna... There was no Pokemon this year, which was crazy. And we don't know what the new Pokemon game is. Usually they release around November-ish, holiday season. Here we are, June. We have heard peep about it. Maybe they might be going silent. They might be taking time off, and they might, much in the same way Call of Duty is like alternating developers for Call of Duty. We might be getting that where Nintendo's going to have Yokai Watch 1 year, Pokemon the next, so they go back and forth, gives them 2 years apiece, which I really hope for. I hope that's going to be awesome. As it is, Yokai Watch, they didn't reveal much. They just said it's coming, holiday season, wouldn't even give a date, but it is coming, and it is going to be English. Then Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which takes the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga RPG series and the Paper Mario games, and they mash it together so you have, Paper Peach and regular Peach talking, and everyone just meeting their paper selves. It's going to be goofy and silly. I think Paper Mario transformed into a giant mech at one point. So that was interesting. So it looks goofy, it looks silly, and I kind of want to try it. And that is coming spring next year. After that, they announced a new Mario sports game. Mario Tennis. And again, I'm not trying to insult tennis or anything like that, but it's just, of all this Mario sports, they could have... obviously they needed something to fluff up the presentation, just give it a little more oomph. But of all the stuff they could have hyped, they did that? I'm like, what about Mario Superstar Strikers or Mario 3-on-3? That was developed by Square Enix with the Final Fantasy characters. That would have been fun to see come back. It's just like, of all the things, tennis? How even, I gotta figure golf, probably the Toadstool Tour for 3DS, sold insanely well. So why tennis? But if you need more Mario sports games, there you go. And they closed it with Super Mario Maker, just saying it's coming September 11th. Yeah, September 11th this year. It's coming with an 8-bit Mario amiibo that which probably is the weakest gameplay hook they've ever had for the amiibo, where if you plop down the 8-bit Mario amiibo with Mario Maker, Mario gets slightly bigger. And I'm like, well, doesn't that ruin levels? And that's just an extra mushroom? Like, weird. And Nintendo ended it with a brief... You thought they were building up to something. They were like, hey, this is the 30th year of Mario. They had this video of people playing the song, like a cappella, with bottles, with cans, everything. People doing all this crazy stuff. And it was just like, nope, that's just the year of Mario. Come on, celebrate with us. Hey, Mario's 30. They announced a new game, doing nothing. But, yeah. So again, it's one of those things, in terms of mind-blowing, whoa, holy crap stuff, there wasn't much. But there was enough if you have a Wii that you can still justify your purchase. You still feel good about it. You got Fire Emblem's coming next year. You've got Star Fox. Zelda is coming. A lot of people are saying Nintendo's going to abandon it. there has to be a Mario game. Again, no disrespect to 3D World and any of that stuff, but I don't want to believe we'll have a Nintendo console without a Mario game. Like a hardcore, serious one. Now, will it be good? It might be rushed. It might be, just a Sunshine 2 or something to that effect. But I can't, in my heart of hearts, really agree with that we're going to have a Nintendo console without a Mario game. So that's coming at some point, at least I would like to believe. But yeah, so I'm just going to do an extremely awkward cut here, just to, and then we'll go into just the Square Enix conference. You're still here! I feel bad for you, because I really wish we had more to say. Here's the thing. Obviously I'm reading off my phone. I'm just taking quick notes as they happened. This, I actually am just going to read my notes as I wrote them, because they were crazy. So first off, I have Just Cause 3. It opened it. There was a great trailer. It was a great way to open your press conference, a lot of high energy. And then Z, long opening. Oh god, there's more. Just Cause 3 launching December 1st, 2015. A second trailer. So, they opened it with the explosive trailer. Whatever, fine. Then we had a guy come out, talk about what, how they're making it, blah, blah, blah. Then there was a gameplay trailer, talking about all the new additions. Sure, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then there was a second, or a third, if you want to count the gameplay, trailer for Just Cause 3. So, all the momentum they had from the start, they just killed. So, yeah, they did not start off on a good foot. Then they teased this new game. You didn't know what it was. There was all these Japanese developers, people who worked on many acclaimed games. It's just a new Nier project, we don't know what it is. As of filming, some people speculate it's Nier 2, but they never directly said that. They said Nier, and then scramble, like it looked like the letters were all jumbled, so it's just a new Nier game. I don't know what Nier is. I hear it's a cult classic. So there you go, Nier fans. You get the game. It was the phantom dust of this E3. It's like, okay, I guess that's a big deal. And to talk more about it, the director came out in a weird Moon Man head. Just Google Square Enix Moon Man, or, I'm sure this image is floating around the internet at this point. But it was just like, why? Apparently he doesn't like to be seen. He's very like a recluse. He doesn't want his face covered. For about 5 seconds, I'm like, that's Kojima. Kojima's pulling some crazy stuff. He's announcing he's, left Konami and he's going to do an RPG. Like, nope, it's just some weird recluse guy. And then after him was Tomb Raider. The same Tomb Raider trailer as the Microsoft event. Blah, blah, how realistic and pretty game is. Because they just spent like 2 or 3 minutes talking about how detailed the game is and how Laura, like the physics, you can catch snowflakes on her eyelashes and stuff like that. They didn't really talk much gameplay. They're just like, hey, here, it's a really good looking game. They did announce Lara Croft Go, which looks neat. It's much in the same way of Hitman Go, that it's a phone game where you solve puzzles with Laura. Why it's not called Tomb Raider Go? Little nitpick, but it's just Lara Croft Go, because it's not called Agent 47 Go. But I digress. Again, this is the most exciting part. It's just me talking, because after that we had a trailer showcase. So we had done Just Cause, Nier, Tomb Raider, and then they needed a trailer showcase after 3 games, because that's how long they talked and went on and meandered, much in the same way I'm doing now. But things picked up, because after the trailer showcase, the Kingdom Hearts producer came out and tried to speak extremely bad English. Now, again, Square Enix is a Japanese company, so they had people translate for the rest of them, so it moved slightly faster. But the producer of Kingdom Hearts came out, and he was just like, we are making a game. And first, let's talk about Final Fantasy VII. And that's what people picked up, and you know what they did? The same trailer as last night from the PlayStation press conference. And, and then that was it. They just said, hey, we're working on Final Fantasy VII. You already know that, but we wanted to remind you. If that was a world reveal, that would have been awesome. That would have been mind-blowing. But they used the same trailer. So we're just like, okay, cool. Yeah, we already knew that. But then he's like, oh, no. Oh, also, it's coming to iOS, too. And it's coming, I think, June or July. It's coming before the PlayStation PS4 version of the Final Fantasy VII port. So not the remake, but the port is coming to the PS4 in December. Yeah, and then he starts talking. Hey, Kingdom Hearts! Okay, I'm here to talk about Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts Unchained is a mobile game for iPhone and iOS. Okay, look, fine, look, whatever. It's some RPG browser game in Japan. It's come here, whatever. Fine, we're used to BS Kingdom Hearts. Okay, now let's really talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. It was two white guys sitting in chairs just talking about, hey, we work at Disney. We're excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. There's so much new stuff coming. That's where we're pleased to announce Tangle will be a world. That was it. A video saying Tangle would be in the world. And again, from the producer coming out to this point, with them having the trailer, that was like 15-20 minutes, give or take. It was a long time. And then the trailer with them talking ends, and the producer was like, oh, there's Bob in the crowd. Bob, take it away. And they were dragging it out. But despite of all of that, it was awesome. They finally did get a trailer. It looks awesome. It's still a ways off, but it looks beautiful. It looks awesome. Huge open, not open world, but big level. George jumped off a cliff and was going down. Lots of enemies. He's got all these amusement park rides and the teacups and roller coasters and all this stuff. Looks awesome. Kingdom Hearts, yeah. It was about a minute and a half. So, but there was plenty for Kingdom Hearts fans to get excited for. What a Final Fantasy. The same trailer. Again. So, all the momentum. Hitman. Hitman is also its full name. So, it's not the subtitle or anything. They haven't come out and said it's a reboot, but apparently it seems to be like it's a reboot. So those who played the last one hope it didn't end on a cliffhanger, because tough luck. But they went into it saying it's a big open world. It's going to be this thing where there's a big playground, a big level, and every day or couple of weeks they're going to update it with new contracts, new missions, new people to kill, people who are timed exclusives. You have 2 weeks to kill them. It sounds interesting, but they didn't show any actual gameplay. It was all kind of just trailer stuff. I'm sleepy. Another scissor wheel. So, two scissor reels. Lol, even IGN played the transition music, 'cause thought it was over. Yeah, so, we all thought it was over. It's like, okay, there's a second, scissor reel. Clearly it's over. That's it. Nope, it was still going. Still more. Same with this video. It seemed it won't end. There was a new Star Ocean game. Integrity and Faithlessness. Weird title, Square Enix. What do you want? But it was an actual world premiere trailer. Something new, something fresh we haven't seen before. And then they quickly moved on to Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. Another world premiere trailer, something we haven't seen before. But that was quickly over. Blah, blah, blah. There's an app. And then they ended it. They opened it with Just Cause 3. They teased the ever-living god of Kingdom Hearts 3, but they eventually did get to it. But there was a very boring, slow conference with like people just talking. We're excited to make this game. How do they end it? Hey guys, Square Enix, we are making a new studio called Tokyo RPG Factory. They're going to make a new franchise. We have nothing to show, but here's some pretty concept art. And then that was it. They just walked away. So yeah, that was rough. And then after that was the PC. So here's the thing. I did not watch the PC gaming show because after the boring, ever-living god of the Square Enix show, I was like, I'm gonna go lie down. I'd been to work all night. I got up early for the Nintendo Direct. I'm like, I'm too bored, too tired. Square Enix took it out of me. And then, you know what? I was like, I missed the PC. First off, it was 2.5 hours long. Here's the thing. I have Killer Instincts is coming to PC. American Truck Simulator announced. DayZ is getting a single player and offline mode. And there was a Heroes of the Storm expansion. 2 hours long. 4 really noteworthy announcements. So, to anyone who watched that live, I feel bad for you. Like, oh dear Lord. Apparently it was just a lot of people talking, hey, we're working on this. Blah, blah, a game we already know about. So, yeah. What started as an okay day with Nintendo just meandered off into ever-living... But, yeah, so that's all the conferences. But we're not done yet. I'm still going to be doing, I'll be doing one more quick video just talking about some of the new stuff they announced. Because again, just because the conferences are over, doesn't mean we're not going to be getting lots of news. As of recording, they're, you know, talking about Tony Hawk 5, stuff like that. And if you remember last year, Codename Steam was revealed at like, you know, a side presentation thing, not at the Nintendo Direct. So there's going to be lots of news. So... thank you guys for watching, and thank you specifically for watching this one, because this is probably the longest, most boring one of them all. But thank you for watching. I appreciate all your added support, and I will be back one more time with just a brief wrap-up of any big newsworthy stuff that come out as more of the demos and more of the gameplay impressions come out. But thank you for all your support, all your effort, and I will see you guys next time.